Hey y'all, it's May the 25th, 2015. Want to talk to y'all about today about a man. This man knows you. Right? In fact, he's known you for a very long time. For all intents and purposes, since you were a little tiny bitty baby. He's always known you. He'll always know you. And he loves you. Alright? You might not believe it sometimes. You might think, no, he doesn't love me. Yes, he does. He loves you. He always has. He always he always will. You're gonna find that a lot of people don't add up to this man who I'm talking about right now. A lot of people can't stand up to that. They can't forgive you all the time. They can't love you all the time. Not like this man who I'm talking about. All right? He loves you. You might say, man, I've done a whole bunch of things that he might not like. I might have done a whole bunch of things, and maybe I can't make it back no more. I had good intentions, but see, things didn't turn out the way I wanted them to, all right? And so I didn't do good things. I messed up, and I don't think he forgives me. You know what? He already forgave me. Forgave you a long time ago. He's got a whole bunch of forgiveness he's gonna give to you. He's got a whole sea of love he's gonna give to you. Alright? Here's the thing about this man. Most people aren't gonna understand this man. Most people aren't even gonna attempt to understand this man. There's gonna be a lot of people who pretend to understand this man, but they do not. They do not understand this man who loves you all the way, all the time, forever and ever, and forgives you all the time. They don't understand this man. They're gonna drive you away from this man. They don't like this man. They feel uncomfortable when you bring him up. People just like to say, "Oh man," a lot of talk about some sort of priest or whatever, and just corruption. Yeah, of course there's corruption with weird ass priests, weird ass authorities. Of course there's corruption, but I'm talking about this man. All right. What you can notice about this man, there's a lot of people who speak falsehoods, and some people who just straight up bash this man, or just slander this man, or pretend to know this man, just say whatever about this man. They never try to understand, so they're never going to understand. At first glance, when you first look at this man, you might think, oh man, this man is crazy. This man is completely crazy. That's what you're going to think, but when you dive further into who this man is, you're going to see that this man had a plan, all right? This man had a plan. You know why? Because he thought about every single thing in the most minutest detail. He couldn't help it, this man. Couldn't help but think about how this causes that, and how every single thing in this world is connected, and this is how we're going to change it for the better. This man right here, he did that. He can do that. He'll continue to do that. He'll continue to save people from disease and all sorts of corruption and poverty and just nastiness. But the thing is, you got to start diving into who this man is. He might seem crazy at first. A lot of people think he's crazy for the things that he does, and they would never do the things that he did. But when you dive more into this man, you're going to find out that this man had a plan, like I said. You think, man, how about I just start doing what this guy did? How about I just start taking advice from this guy? I'll tell you what's going to happen to you. Your family and your friends, you're going to lose them. You might lose all of them. In fact, it's definite that you're going to lose them just by proclaiming love for this man who always has loved you and will always love you, and you proclaim love back. So, upon hearing this, upon hearing the news, you're going to start seeing your family and your friends abandon you That is, unless they have an equal love for this man who always has loved you and will always love you. They will absolutely abandon you, not because usually out of maliciousness, but out of sheer fear of this man. This man strikes fear. This man who I speak of, although has never been violent on record, really. Well, maybe a couple times. This man is absolutely feared by the people who don't know him, and by the people who do know him and don't choose to further his agenda. Because the thing is, you have to actively um, reaffirm his agenda to properly love this man. He won't accept anything different. He's not a tolerant man. He never had tolerated anything in his life. He simply does not tolerate this man. There's no tolerance. He does forgive. That's a completely different thing. But but you need to take his advice when he gives you his advice. You might think, well, how do I hear this man? Where is this man at? Can I talk to him? Man, yeah, you could talk to him. But you gotta understand, he's gonna give you counsel through other individuals, people here on earth as well, and you need to heed their words as well because he's gonna make sure that you get connected with these people. He's gonna make sure of it. You need to listen to these people and take it in and find out whether or not they're being fraudulent to you about this man who loves you and he's always loved you, who's not understood, who's feared by most. Like I say, you might lose everything. You probably are going to lose a lot, especially family, especially friends. Unless, of course, your family also has an equal amount of love for this man as you do. This is the only way that they will not completely abandon you. Let that be known. That's a warning. Loving this man correctly will do all these things to you. But say if your whole family were to love this man as equally as you would find that this bond is more than likely the most powerful bond that's ever been known on this planet in our records. If everybody in the family loves this man, it creates such a bond that things like the government become scared of, start to slander, start to try to decimate. The government hates that. Historically, governments have hated the bond between a whole family who equally has love for the man who I speak of, who's always loved you, who has always forgave you and will always forgive you. A man who has no tolerance and has a specific agenda and has some very powerful advice to give to you if you'll just listen. Anyways, this is May 25th, 2015. It's getting dark. I'm getting scared.